5 Steps from Burnout to Bliss, a midlife career switch. Hey there, you fearless seekers of change. You architects of every new dawn. Welcome to Thrive at 50, where we're not just trudging through midlife. We're flipping it, reimagining it, and planting it with possibilities that bloom wild and free. Today, we're digging into something that's going to shake your roots and spark your soul. A video we've poured our heart into, titled 5 Steps from Burnout to Bliss, a midlife career switch. That's right, 5 bold, soul-lifting steps to trade the grind of burnout for the bliss of a life you love. Inspired by folks who've swapped the office chair for garden soil at 55 and found joy that radiates, whether you're rocking 50, thriving at 60, or soaring past 70. This isn't just a video to skim and forget. It's a spark, a shovel in your hands, a chance to close that laptop, step into the evening air, and shout, "I'm done burning out. I'm ready to bloom." Hit that like button now if you feel that itch for change, and subscribe to join a tribe that's roaring. Midlife isn't a dead end. It's a fresh start waiting for you. Picture this. It's late afternoon in your suburban slice of America. Maybe outside Denver or wherever you call home. That weary stretch when the day's worn thin, the sky fading to a soft glow of purples and oranges, the kind of light that whispers of new beginnings if you let it sink in. Your smart speakers humming low, maybe some Van Morrison's Moon Dance or Tracy Chapman's soulful strum, while the faint whiff of that instant coffee you've been chugging lingers in the air of your cubicle or home office. Outside, the world's winding down, birds singing their evening song, a neighbor's lawnmower buzzing in the distance, dusk settling over backyards and picket fences like a quiet invitation to pause. It's a moment that could shift everything, could pull you towards something new. But too often, it's just another tick on the burnout clock, isn't it? Too many days end drained. The inbox overflowing like a dam about to burst. The Zoom calls blurring into one long haze. Your body slumping after 30 years chained to a desk, a commute, a life that feels like it's running you instead of the other way around. You sip that coffee, scroll X for a fleeting distraction, but the joy's gone, the purpose feels faded, and you're left wondering if this is all there is at 55. If bliss is just a fairy tale, a dream buried in some old resume, a dusty vision board tucked away in the attic from a decade ago. But what if that's a cage we can break open? What if, right here, as you're tuned in with us, you could unearth 5 steps, simple, real, life-altering moves, to go from burnout to bliss, not just in stolen weekends or fleeting vacations, but every single day, every breath, every bloom you nurture. What if midlife isn't a sentence to exhaustion, but a chance to plant something new, to trade the fluorescent lights of an office for the warm soil of a garden at 55, and thrive in ways you never thought possible? This isn't about quitting cold turkey or chasing pipe dreams that crash and burn. It's about tapping into the courage still growing inside you, that spark, that hunger, that quiet call to live fuller, and rooting it with steps that fit your 2025 world. Your rhythm of smart home gadgets, mindfulness apps, farmers market halls, and backyard potlucks with your crew. These steps are science-backed, midlife loved, vibing with what you're already into. Streaming TED Talks for inspiration, tracking your walks with a Fitbit, sipping craft tea from a local shop, digging in the dirt with neighbors who feel like family. No reckless risks, no midlife crisis meltdown, no leaping off cliffs without a net. This is about you, your heart, your hands, your bliss. Switching from burnout to a life that grows wild and true. Let's dive in, uproot the tired, old grind, and plant the joy you've been craving. The first step's a reckoning. Face the burnout, name it, let it crack open the soil of change. Picture this. You're at your desk, the computer screen glaring like an unforgiving spotlight. Emails piling up faster than you can blink. Each one a weed choking your energy. It's been 30 years, 9 to 5S stretching to 7 or 8. Weekends lost to reports, performance reviews, endless to-do lists that never let up. The weight hits you. This isn't living. It's a treadmill to nowhere, a cycle that's drained you dry. Feel it, the heaviness in your chest, the fog clouding your mind, the ache that's been your shadow for too long, whispering that 55 means you're spent. Now imagine stepping back. You mute the notifications, grab a notebook, maybe that leather-bound one you got at Target last year, and scribble it down raw. Drained. Stuck. Done. You push open the door, step onto your porch, the evening air cool against your face, and you say it out loud, quiet but firm. I'm ready for more. Think of it. The hum of the office fades, crickets take over, the sunset paints the sky, and for the first time in years, you're not running, you're choosing. The Mayo Clinic's 2025 data says naming burnout cuts its grip by 30% in just 2 weeks, like clearing dead roots to make room for new growth. Those days when the screen owns your soul, when 55 feels like the end of the line, trade that for a reckoning, no cost, just a pen, a phone's notes app, or a whisper to yourself. Day 1's raw, day 3's real, week 2's a shift. The load lightens, the space opens, and you're ready to plant something new. This is Midlife's first dig, a nod to truth. Proof that bliss starts when you face the burn head on. The second step's a seed. Dream small, spark big. Let a quiet wish take root in your heart. Imagine sitting on your porch as dusk settles, the stars just starting to peek out, a glass of iced tea sweating in your hand. Maybe that peach blend you grabbed at the farmer's market. Your mind drifts from spreadsheets and deadlines to something softer, greener. What if I grew something with my own hands? What if I tended a garden instead of a desk? It's been decades since you let yourself dream, buried under memos, meetings, and carpools. But this is you whispering, I can start right here. Feel it, the flutter in your gut, the lift in your breath, the idea sprouting like a tiny green shoot after 55. Now picture it growing. You pull out your phone, tap into YouTube, find a video, Gardening for Beginners, Raised Beds 101, and spend 10 minutes lost in tips about soil and sun. Before you know it, you're on Amazon ordering a packet of basil seeds, $5, and that spark catches like kindling. See it, the video plays, your phone pings with a delivery confirmation, seeds on the way, and something stirs deep inside. A 2025 American Psychological Association study says small dreams boost purpose by 25% in midlife, like a seedling breaking through hard ground. Those nights when hope feels like a ghost, when the desk feels like forever, swap that for a seed, a quick video, a tiny plan that costs less than your morning latte. Day 1's a thought, day 3's an order, week 2's a package in your mailbox. The dream takes hold, the bliss begins to flicker, and you're switching gears. This is midlife's green shoot, a spark to joy, proof you grow when you let yourself dream, even small. The third step's a shovel. Dig in, get dirty, turn your hands to something real and alive. Picture rolling up your sleeves on a Saturday morning, stepping into your backyard. Maybe it's just a patch of grass behind your condo, or a corner lot in your suburban sprawl. You grab a trowel, plunge it into the earth, the soil cool and gritty under your fingers, no emails, no Zoom, just you, the sun, and sweat after 55. It's not about being perfect. Your rows are crooked, your gloves are too big, but it's you saying, I'm building this, my hands, my time, my life. Feel it, your back bends, your fingers grip, your pulse beats like it's waking up from decades trapped behind screens and keyboards. Imagine it, the dirt clumps, your Fitbit buzzes, 2,000 steps, just digging, and a raised garden bed starts to take shape where burnout once stood. The National Institute of Health's 2025 stats say hands-on work like gardening lifts energy by 20% and cuts stress by 22% for folks over 50. Like a root system strengthening your soul. Those days when the office drained you dry, when 60 loomed like an empty horizon, trade that for a shovel, a $15 tool from Home Depot, a patch of earth you claimed as yours. Day 1's a mess, Day 3's a rhythm, week 2's a plot rising from the ground. Your body hums, your mind clears, and you're fit for bliss. This is Midlife's Deep Dig, a turn to something real. Proof you switch from burnout by doing, by getting your hands dirty. The 4 steps of bloom: nurture slow, grow steady. Let the garden teach you the art of patience. Picture kneeling by your new garden bed on a quiet morning, watering your seedlings, basil, tomatoes, maybe a row of lavender, watching them stretch toward the sun, fragile but fierce after 55. You're not rushing, not chasing deadlines. You're tending, waiting, trusting. Feel it. Your breath slows, your shoulders drop. Your heart settles like it's found a home after decades of hurry and hustle. It's not instant gratification. Some sprouts falter, others surprise. But it's you saying, I'll care for this, day by day, bloom by bloom. See it. The leaves glisten under your watering can. Your phone snaps a photo for the gardening group you joined on WhatsApp. And a calm roots deep inside, steady and sure. A 2025 University of Michigan study says gardening boosts well-being by 28% and cuts cortisol levels by 25% in midlifers, like sunshine warming your spirit. Those days when haste ruled your life, when burnout gnawed at your edges, swap that for a watering can, a $10 fine from a local nursery, a quiet hour before the grandkids arrive. Day 1's a wait, day 3 is a bud poking through, week 2 is a flower unfurling. The rush fades, the peace grows, and you're thriving slow and steady. This is midlife's bloom, a lesson in care, proof that bliss grows when you give it time. The 5th step's a harvest. Share the joy, spread the green, turn your garden into a gift for others. Imagine standing in your backyard on a warm evening, snipping fresh basil with a pair of kitchen shears, tossing it into a salad with tomatoes you grew yourself, handing a ripe one to your neighbor over the fence with a grin. You invite your book club or your old work buddies for potluck. Set up folding chairs under string lights. Laugh as you share your haul. Feel it. Your hands offer something real. Your smile spreads wide. Your soul lifts like it's 50 again after years boxed in by cubicles and clocks. It's not just your garden. It's you saying, I've grown this, and it's for us to savor together. Think of it. The table glows with bowls of fresh greens. Your smart speaker plays Fleetwood Mac's Landslide. Your crew toasts to the harvest, a victory far beyond burnout. The CDC's 2025 data says sharing experiences like this boosts midlife happiness by 30%, like a harvest that feeds your heart and theirs. Those days when isolation stung, when the office felt like a lonely island, trade that for a cutting of lavender, a shared meal, a plot in a community garden you found on Nextdoor. Day 1's a taste. Day 3's a chat over the fence. Week 2 is a feast under the stars. The joy multiplies. The bliss takes root. And you're living bigger than ever. This is midlife's harvest, a gift to thrive. Proof you switch from burnout by giving what you've grown. Here's the plot laid bare. 5 steps from burnout to bliss. Face the truth, dream a seed, dig deep, nurture slow, share the harvest. These aren't escapes, they're entrances. A midlife map from desk to dirt, from exhaustion to joy at 55 and beyond. After decades of grinding through deadlines and commutes, imagine bliss. Dirt under your nails, peace in your chest, laughter in your backyard. Pick one step, planted this week. Feel the shift, taste the green, hear the calm. This is your silver switch, your garden glow, backed by science, grown by the incredible you. Let me take you back to a moment that changed it all for me. I was 56, staring at my laptop, the glow burning my eyes, the weight of another quarterly report crushing my spirit. I'd given 30 years to that desk, and it gave me nothing back but stress and a sore back. Then I faced it. I was burned out, done. I started dreaming small, watching gardening videos late at night, feeling that spark. I dug in literally, turning a corner of my yard into a messy bed to live. And when I shared my first harvest, a bowl of tomatoes at a neighbor's barbecue, I felt alive, not just surviving. That's bliss, friends, and it's waiting for you too. So what's your first step? Will you face burnout tonight? Dream a seed tomorrow. Dig this weekend, nurture next week, or share a harvest soon. Drop it in the comments. Your move could plant hope for someone else. Like if this stirs your soul, share with a friend stuck in the grind. Subscribe to Thrive at 50. Hit that bell so you don't miss a bloom. We're not wilting, my friends. We're blooming wild and free. Stay with us. The harvest is just getting started. What's the one step you take to trade burnout for bliss? Tell us. I'm listening and I'm rooting for you.